School Daze, a Spike Lee joint. 40 Acres and a Mule production. This was a good movie back in the day. I saw it at the theater when it originally came out, and you know, with the theater soundtrack and everything, the sound system that they had, because it's half movie, half musical. They're singing. There's like 3 or 4 spots where they're just singing. They're Good and Bad Hair. You know, really open up. There's Daddy Long Stroke. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of things. Actually, some good music. I bought the soundtrack to this movie when it came out. This is a Spike Lee movie. I think it was the second or third Spike Lee movie that I had seen at the time. Originally, the first one was She's Gotta Have It, of course. But this one, when I found out it was a Spike Lee joint, I was like, oh, I gotta see that. You know, I took time off from work. It was in the service. Took time off, called in. I didn't call in. I went to work and asked my LT, my captain, if I could take time off. This movie was that important to me. And he let me go off. I could have seen it that night, but I wanted to see it as soon as it hit theaters. I was in another country, so it probably hit America a week before. I don't know how it worked. But when I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's good. This movie not only had Lawrence Fishburne in it, but it also had Samuel L. Jackson in it. And I'm, off the top of my head, I can't think of another movie that those two did together. That just sounds like a recipe for a good movie, and it was a good movie. It's essentially about a college where light-skinned African Americans and dark-skinned African Americans are bumping heads. There was a stigma back in the day, not really so much today, it's kind of a joke today, but where dark-skinned African Americans did not appreciate the presence of light-skinned African Americans that much. And it was reciprocated. It went back and forth. They didn't like each other. I don't know why. Well, I know why. I know what it is. But they take that and they run with it in here. It's college students. And Samuel L. Jackson, who's probably the biggest name to come from here, has a small part, a little teeny tiny part. He plays a guy with I want to say he had a shower cap on his head. And he gets into an argument with the kids at a KFC. I remember that. I was like, hey, you gonna fight? You gonna shoot them kids at a KFC? Then Giancarlo plays Julian, Big Brother Almighty. He was the leader of the Gamma Phi Gamma, the college fraternity on base. They were the Gammas. They were the men among men on campus. And Lawrence Fishburne plays Dap, who is, I guess he'd be the leader of the brothers. The fellas. D.A. fellas. The fellas. And it's just a group of guys that hung out together, you know, they're Black Power type brothers. And they bumped heads often. A lot of things. They go through a lot of college tropes, like how the girls on college are underappreciated by the gentlemen on college, how they look down on them as basically just, you know, maids and sexual objects and stuff like that. It touches on that. It touches on the different type of African Americans and how they maintain their hair, or as they would have called it, the kitchen. Touches on that. A few things. The hierarchy of African Americans, the ones that have made it socially and financially, and those who have not. They touch on that. They touched on a few different things, and it was really, really good. When I originally saw it, I was just wanting to see this movie. I wanted to feel the experience of this movie, and I didn't fall into everything that was happening later. When I saw it again, I was like, oh man, wow, this is kind of deep. It's comedy, but it's kind of deep at the same time. It's a comedy / musical. It's really I don't want to say political, but it does touch on a lot of subjects in the movie. So if you get the chance, you should definitely see it. A lot of people, Hollywood, doesn't give the appreciation to Spike Lee that he deserves. Malcolm X, host of other great movie, but this one, for me, stands out in maybe his top 3 movies, and I really, really, really like this movie. You know, it resonated with me from the moment I saw it all the way up to today. And it was a few weeks ago when it came out, right? And all the way up to today, I'm still like, man, wow, that was a good movie, man. It had all of these great performers in it. Jasmine Guy, Tisha Campbell from Martin, you know, Gina, all of these people that went on to have great careers. A lot of it started in these Spike Lee movies. He produced a lot of them. I mean, Denzel was a big star, but Denzel was in a Spike Lee movie, you know. He started out there. A lot of these big names did, but for me, again, personally, this was one of my favorite ones. It was so close to heart that I think I am going to give this movie 8 bags of popcorn. Man, 8 bags of popcorn. Because that's how good this movie was to me. 8 bags worth. And it was a musical. And I do not dig musicals, but I dug this one. But that's what I think. More importantly, what do you think? What's your favorite Spike Lee movie? Let's talk about it in the comments. And as always, if you like the video, if you like the content, don't touch your face. Like and share. Subscribe.